G'day, we're David and Paula. Like many people, we've been working hard for many years and we're too young to retire, but we've decided to take a gap year from work. We've bought a new van and we're doing a lap right around Australia. Hey, g'day.
G'day, g'day.
So we're at Palm Valley. We're going to go for a drive down the four-wheel drive track further into Palm Valley. So we'll see how far we can get. We're up high. There we go. See if we can see the actual Palm Valley stuff. But we've got a chore to do when we get back, haven't we?
Yes. We found a flat tyre on the van.
Yeah. And
it's got one of our screws in it.
yeah, so we think it's we think a screw has come out of our jerry can holders.
Yeah, we were looking for one.
We were looking for one, couldn't find it. It's obviously been embedded in the tyre. Right in the middle of the day now and getting hot, so we'll just wait for it a little bit. Fortunately it's on the shade side of the awning, so
yes.
Have a bit of a drive and then we'll see if we can repair it. 20,000, nearly 30,000 kilometres. And we've been doing really well and we got our first time. And fortunately it was in a campground. Let's go and have a bit of a drive. Let's see how far we can go. It's hot and the forecasts are that it's going to get to sort of 40 in the next day or two. So think about changing our plans. I mean, it's nice, it's a lovely campground, good facilities. Our site though is a bit
exposed.
Our site's a bit exposed, which is great for solar, not so good when the temperature's getting that level. So we are thinking that we might pull forward our trip around to Kings Canyon and we might pull up at the caravan park at Kings Canyon, which is where we're going to stay for Kings Canyon anyway. See if we can find a shady spot and maybe some power and bunker up for a day or so until all that passes. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Not so bad right now though, is it?
No.
No, because we're air conditioning in the car.
Soft, isn't it?
A little bit.
Look, it's like dog training. You've got to go through.
So this is a four-wheel drive slalom event. See, still, we weren't expecting to see water in here, but we've actually been lucky this trip. There's been water pretty much everywhere. I'm not sure that we go swimming in it.
No, it looks stagnant. Oh, how pretty. So this is Sedate Valley and it's just absolutely beautiful.
It is hot. So we won't be able to see it with the GoPro, but yeah, you probably can't hear me either. But there's cycads all along the cliff face. Bit of rock crawling in here. It's not particularly technically challenged, it's just a couple of spots so far. We'll see how far we go. Too easy. Defender didn't even blink, did it? Yeah. Alright. So this is the Valley of the Palms, or Palm Valley.
Yeah. It's pretty too.
Yeah. So it's like 38 degrees, and in fact in some sections of the track the temperature said 40 degrees. And it's... So we think the longer walks are out of the question. We're in the middle of the day, so we'll just go for a wander down along the edges of the palms and those sorts of things and have a look, and then head back and get ourselves a cold drink and something to eat before heading back. And then Paula's got to have to change that tyre. If the full moon comes up, you can go in the morning and the water comes up from the cracks. Dodgies. They just went flying right across the top of us in a flock. Like everything here, this place is stunning, and like it was very sort of scratchy over in the East McDonnell Ranges. Beautiful, stunning. Here it's still scratchy, but there's a lot more green. Literally an oasis of these red cabbage palms and some of the other trees. Stunningly pretty, but at the moment it is hot, so we won't go too much further because Paula's flagging a little bit. It's 38 degrees, so mad dogs and Englishmen who'd be out in this in the middle of the day, eh? Crazy. Anyway, we might head back, get a cool drink, get something to eat, and then four-wheel drive back to the campsite. And it was never meant to be a hard day, so it's actually been quite a bit of fun. And if you've got a high clearance vehicle, you know, and just a little bit of experience, you won't have too much trouble getting out here. I found a strange lady. She made me breakfast. It's actually true, she made me breakfast. And she comes from the land down under. This is just absolutely insane. Through Houston, we have a problem. You can see, hopefully you can see the screw there there. We're going to try and repair it first and see if it holds its pressure overnight or this afternoon, and if it does, then we're still in business. If not, we'll need to change over to the spare. So anyway, it's a first for me having to repair the tyre.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work when I repair it, Paula's going to have to change the tyre. There it is. There's the culprit. There's the hole. So we'll see if we can clean that out. It's got a, so it's a bolt. It's come off something, but it's not. It's not what we thought it was. So. We've got the first plug in. I'm just a bit concerned that it might not be enough, so I'm going to try another plug and see if we can get that in, and then we'll inflate it, check it out, see it. We've repaired it, but now we've just sort of pumped it up, and we'll see what it does. I might actually I might inflate it to normal road and then deflate when we need to, just to see how it's going.
What you doing, Dave?
I'm changing the tyre, Paula. Hey, g'day. The day is rapidly warming up, so there's going to be a heat wave sort of coming through this area, and there's heat waves in a range of areas across Australia. So we were going to be here for a couple more days yet, but we've actually decided to pack up here. Our site is great, and these two sites in this campground, 18 and 19, will easily take a relatively large rig like ours. Not super huge, but a relatively large rig. That's if you want to bring it down the Palm Valley road, which can be a bit rough, so that deters a few people. We found it fine. It was mostly sort of riverbed and large pebbles, and you just got to take it slow and sort of be equipped for it. So not actually as rough as some of the places we've been, provided you drive to the conditions. But anyway, back to the story. It's going to be baking hot, and as you can see from those sites, there's no protection, right? So they're great for solar, be great in the winter time here, but late in the season like we are, just going to be too hot. It was hot yesterday when we were sort of doing some four-wheel driving, so we've decided we're going to head around to Kings Canyon a day earlier than we'd originally planned to be there. Now it's going to be hot there too, but we think we can get more shade at the Discovery Park at the campground at Kings Canyon than we can here. So we've got to be somewhere comfortable, and there are just some days where you just got to bunker down. The weather extremes at either end, sometimes you just got to bunker down, and this is going to be one of those days. So we're going to make a move, see if we can get around there before the hottest part of the day strikes, and then we'll spend a few days at Kings Canyon. So I thought I'd just quickly race around and show you this campground. This is actually a fantastic campground, right? So if you're going to be doing Palm Valley, come into this one, but just make sure that your rig can fit, right? Because not all of the sites can take it. A lot of them are sort of more designed for smaller camper trailers or rooftop tents, or camping in tents. This campground's quite well equipped, so it's got an amenities block which has got a couple of loos in each for ladies and men's, and a couple of showers, and the water's actually hot. Also means that you don't have to use your onboard water for showering and those sorts of things. There's no potable water, so they do actually have an emergency water supply here if you need to top up for drinking water, but you've got have to purify it, or they recommend you purify it or boil it. So no filling of tanks or anything like that. We didn't need that. A couple of barbecues here. There's a few communal fire pits, so they'll only let you put fires in the communal fire pits, but most of them are in locations where a few of the sites can share them. The backdrop is just stunning. There was a supermoon while we were here, so I'll show you a picture, and again that was sort of stunning. As the sun dropped, the flies started to disappear, and we got the supermoon, so it was just as it came up over that part of the range, absolutely stunning. Yeah, so these sites are along the river. you can actually see there's still a little bit of water in the river. It's starting to get a bit of slime and green stuff over it. We're very late in the season. Some of these, like this one 11, you could park parallel in. Yeah, this one again, you could get yourself in parallel, but it's not really designed for a bigger rig. So these ones 4, 5 and 6, at a bit of an angle, you could fit in a rig our size, and again, not too bad. I think number 4 is mainly reserved for the camp host, if they're in. The amenities do get some light in there. Great campsite, great backdrop. I think it'd be a ripper in the middle. Be busy though, so make sure you book. At the time that we booked was $15 per person per night, so it's not cheap, but there aren't too many free camps in this area, and given that there's some amenities and it's so well laid out, we think it's worth it. So anyway, I thought I'd show you a quick look around. Just check out that backdrop. Yeah, anyway, better get going. The mercury is rising rapidly. Well, that's like something out of Death Valley in the United States, isn't it?
It is a little bit.
Bit better.
It's a bit more greenery.
Yeah. And it's not called Death Valley. We're about to head around the Mereenie Loop, so it's a hot day to do that. And we'll head to Kings Canyon. And it's a bit of a shame to be leaving here at this stage. It's just that we knew that we were going to end up just bunkered down because of the heat, and we were going to be at Kings Canyon anyway, so we thought, all right, let's go there, see if we can find a shady site. But if not, there's power there and we can turn the aircon on, and there's pools and those sorts of things. And we like the adventurous stuff, you know, we like the hard roads, we like the off-grid, we like the free camps. But when the temperature's heading towards 40, we like being comfortable too.
Definitely.
When we get to the main road, which then heads to the Mereenie Loop, they've actually sealed that out to the other part. So the inner Mereenie Loop is actually sealed, and it's a hot day, so we will air up a bit. And as it is, you know, we had to swap our spare out yesterday because of the bolt that we found in the other one, and I've patched it, but I think I've still got a slow leak in it. Air up, so even though it's stinking hot, we will air up and then we will air back down again. I don't reckon we'll be able to see them, some wild horses down the Fink River.
G'day. We've come to the end of the road, the access road to Palm Valley Fink Gorge National Park, and it's been absolutely beautiful. It's very, very hot today. Dave's just starting to put some air back in the tyres because we're going to be on bitumen for a little while.
It's only sealed road, I think, for about another 30 kilometres, but the tyres are too low to sort of do this at speed on a sealed road, so I'll just get a bit more air in them, probably not up to what we would normally have them, just to protect the tyres a bit. And then when we get to the gravel road on the Mereenie Loop, once we start to hit sort of the corrugations, we'll go back down again. Here we go, onto the Mereenie Loop. Know what some people think is hard or rough. You never know when the graders have been through and all those sorts of things. So we've had circumstances where people have told us certain roads are just terrible, and we've gone through and gone, no, it's not too bad. And then other roads, they've sort of said, no problems at all, and you're going, no. All right. Oh, by the way, you need a permit right? It's Aboriginal land, right? So coming in through here, so you do need a permit. We bought ours at Hermansburg at the general store. Now, the last time we were at Hermansburg, the general store wasn't open. We think it was because it was a weekend. So we went in on our way into Palm Valley and did our fuel there, and got our permit, and we just got it foredated to the day that we're going to be travelling. And from So some people free camp in here, and we probably would have if it wasn't going to be so bloody hot. We saw the forecasts, and it is a bit exposed up here. But yeah, not a bad.
I'm glad we came in and had a look though, because it's handy to know.
And you can take your pick about which fireplace you want, because there's about 1 million of them in here. Yeah, the caravan park at Kings Canyon is only about a third full. Yeah, we're late in the season. It was hot yesterday and it's forecast to be hotter today. Put the aircon on just to try and escape the brutal heat, although in the morning it's actually quite lovely now. It's sort of low 20s but rising rapidly. Yeah, so the forecast is to get to 38 and windy, so it's obviously going to be hot winds today. We'll wait for a better day. Hopefully tomorrow we'll show you better and I'll walk Kings Canyon.
Morning. Well, Dave's gone off to do the Kings Canyon Rim Walk earlier this morning. I'm now heading out to do the Kings Creek Walk, which they tell us is 2 kilometres and 1 hour and fairly easy. So let's see. So I started the walk, only half a kilometre in. Up until now it's been paved, and of course now we've got this, it's a bit of a farm track. There's little signboards everywhere. I'll take my time today because Dave's a fair way off yet. He sent me a text to let me know. And I'll let you explain to you how we did that, because there is no service up in that area. Bird life. We will see. Be part of the rim that Dave walks around this morning. You can see some of the formwork where they're going over gaps, and the sheerness of the cliff edge where parts of it's fallen down over the years. 21 we were here. We did the Rim Walk and we went to Uluru and Alice Springs. There were budgies everywhere. We haven't seen as many yet this trip, but I'm happy to sit here and look at the escarpment. It's beautiful.
Good morning. Relatively early morning start this morning. I'm about to do the Kings Canyon Rim Walk. So, all things going well, in about 3.5 to 4 hours, I'll be back here at the car park and hopefully Paula's there. I don't think I'll get the sunrise. I'm just a little bit later than that, but just going to take our time because it's been stinking hot. Last few days actually quite pleasant. Right now, we've got to get to the top of that rim. Here we go. Yes, I remember this walk. Press back a bit, hit the next section. Oh, it's a bit of a heart starter. I'm not actually on the rim at the moment, but still pretty specky in it. So, time stops for now, man. We'll keep going. I did it a couple of years ago, it didn't get easier. Well, just 5.5 kilometres to go. Okay. Good on you. See you later. Right, that's effectively to the top of the rim. Just a little bit of a climb now, but the first third kills you. Second third keeps your heart rate up there. The final third of the climb isn't too bad, particularly if you've had a bit of a breather along the way. But there's a reason why they say you need moderate to good fitness. And they're not meaning marathon runner good fitness, they're meaning, good all-round health and fitness and strength, because it does get the heart rate going. So I was glad I got to pretty much to the top to watch that sunrise. There are helicopter landing pads and defibrillators at occasional intervals around the walk, which is just a demonstration that the walk can be arduous, and particularly in the hot period, which is why we're doing it now. Just look at that. Yeah. Some of these domes, I think they're different geological features, but they remind me of Pernalulu, except the ones in Pernalulu are on steroids. Check this place out. Yeah, so you can see the platform for the base of the canyon walk that Paul's going to do a little bit later. Pretty amazing. Getting out of bed early and walking up those stairs is not my idea of fun, but I'm glad I did it. It is pretty specky here. I mean, we've been pretty lucky this year, some of the places we've seen, and this is one of the top ones. It's yeah, fantastic. I like it here. I'm just off the main walking trail, just a fraction, just to get to these sort of higher points. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, if it's even possible, it just keeps getting speckier. I can hear voices below us, so I think we're over the top of the Garden of Eden. I'm here now, might as well do it. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing and peaceful place. And just as I got here, you could hear a fair bit of bird life. Unfortunately, some people just don't want to sit quietly and just listen to it, and everyone's trying to enjoy it. But sometimes you just wish everyone could just sit quietly and just take it all in. Alright, head up to the southern rim, walk around, and then down, which sounds much easier than it actually is. You can do a southern rim walk, which is a shorter walk, and
wait for the night. Stand here a while, take a little time. Since you went away, it came to a halt.
There's a couple of little memorials around the route. It is a reminder that people do die on this walk. And you just got to take care. I mean, you're in a hostile environment at the end of the day. And this is sort of a relatively structured and organised walk. But you still got to prepare yourself.
Hello.
You're back again.
I'm back. GoPro did froze.
And something else has happened.
Yeah, Dave came back. He's alive.
Did you get the message? Not a bad morning's work.
How many steps?
14,154. And the first 500 were doozies. So I walked the Rim Walk and...
I did the valley one.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good.
Pretty?
Pretty?
Yeah.
Hard walk or not too bad?
No, it's easy walk.
Let's head back to the van.
Yep.
Relatively easy afternoon and pack up late today and get going.
Have a coffee.
We might have a coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee. It's 9:30, so it's probably time for overdue for coffee. Paula didn't get a coffee in bed. Boy, was she grumpy. Oh, she grumpy. I've actually got footage of Paula being grumpy. Don't believe everything that you see in the movies. It's not all beer and Skittles. Righto. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. You just go.
Again, thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, 100% of our YouTube advertising revenue goes to charity.